Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tredsky. It's yet another week. How time flies. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And tonight, before we begin the show, let me just give you an alert. We have a very amazing discussion this night. And our host is an athlete, a multi-talented athlete, Ben, whom we shall be hosting. We have a very great discussion coming up. You don't want, I can promise you, you don't want to miss this discussion that's coming up just in a few. So what has been happening this week? So much has been happening this week on the trending topics. And just tonight, the budget has been read. We were just hearing figures, but one thing that I can confirm to you is that we are going to have trouble with our online streaming, but we shall try and keep it up because accessing the internet will be a bit trouble because of the taxations that have been placed on bundles. Watu wangu tutaumia, lakini itabidi tumezoea. So that's what we shall be expecting in the near future with the biggest budget in history to have been read in this country called Kenya. Talking of countries, did you hear what happened somewhere in France? So this guy decided to do the very odd, and I think my producer will be getting that clip of the president of France. I'm talking about Monsieur Emmanuel Macron. That's the name of the president of France. And what happened to him is not anything that someone would want to happen to someone else. So my producer, if you have got that clip, I think we shall be getting that clip later. It's not, okay, it's there it is. We shall be playing that clip to you later. And on to another story. These amazing kids, we have been bringing them to you every now and then. And tonight, they have done something else that's amazing. These kids are just talented and interesting. I'm talking about the H-Town kids, the Huruma Town kids. I want you to watch this imitation they did of the president during the Daraka Day. That imitation of the President Uhuru H-Town kids.
It was pre-independence leaders from this region who taught us that wacha musimu wacha aende mambo yake bwana. Haya, tuendelee sasa.
Not the biggest thing they have done. They also did an imitation of Larry Madowo while he was doing his show on CNN, which he has just joined recently. And one thing I wanted to check out on this clip is the birds. Check out for the birds in this clip as my producer.
A hippo getting a break from curious eyes now that the pandemic has stopped most tourists from coming here. He's being tracked along with 1,000 other species. Officials watching closely for an irreversible decline in numbers. It's Kenya's most ambitious conservation effort.
We didn't get the tourists to help us to contribute to conservation. We lost a lot of livelihoods because there are no tourism, the parks are closed, and we could not help the communities around this area.
So Kenya lost 80% of your tourism revenues because of the pandemic.
Yes.
How long will it take to recover?
The projection is that until 2024. So we need to rethink and remodel our way of doing things so that we can survive till tourism rebounds.
To do that, they're using aircraft, GPS trackers, camera traps, and a whole lot of manpower to know exactly how many are left.
I feel that I'm really empowered.
Yeah, did you see those birds? These kids are just amazing in everything that they do. And something else that I'm quite sure that you might have seen happening online is this guy who is of an Asian descent who was seen trying to assault an African somewhere. It was not in Kenya, somewhere around here. And what happened was that they had an altercation where this guy had to defend himself, and so much just happened around that. We shall be bringing you that clip as soon as my producer gets it. And Kenyans have just do things extremely in a very interesting way. Someone has turned that into some comedy. I really wonder how Kenyans get to find fun out of everything that is happening. And not everything is really funny, but just watch this clip and look for yourself. Yeah. That clip is coming up just in a few. So this guy was assaulted. It's okay. My producer is saying that clip is coming up in a few, and I can see several of you tuned into the show. As always, Alex on Sasi on promo pale IG. Who are kosi Alex? Thank you very much for always tuning into the show. Alex on Sasi is watching. Shout out to all people in Kitengela. Thank you very much. And who else is tuned into the show? JK is tuned, waiting for. Thank you, JK. Paul Kinuthia is tuned into the show. Thank you very much, Paul. Who else is tuned in? Kevin Otenga, tuned in from Eldoret. Asante sana kaka Otenga kwa kufika hapa. Benedict Siahi is also tuned into the show. And it's so many of you who are tuned in, and you have Magdalene Kaleli. Maggie, thank you very much for tuning into the show as always. And Don Applejacka, wow, so glad. Good Thursday, good vibes. Tuned from India, ready to listen to my bro Ben Smith Skitter, a level-headed charm. Don, we shall be having that discussion. That's my producer, Don, all the way from India. We shall be having that discussion in a few. And who else? Magdalene, I can see Angelica Karituanji is excited to be here. Thank you very much, Angie. It's a lot of you tuning into the show tonight. Thank you very much for always tuning in. Kevin Otenga, I thought I saw Kevin Negaga somewhere there. And we're going on with, so speaking of slaps, as my producer gets that clip of that guy of Asian descent who got into an altercation with an African man, and it has trended online for like the entire day and yesterday. So that clip is coming up just in a few. In reference to that as well, there is also, that is the clip, yeah, it's coming up. Just
out of this place. 你先动手啊！你他妈的在这，再动手打死你！滚！Hey, left, hey. Leave him, he's on record. Hey. Calma. He's on record, leave him. Kuja kuzusha aro hizi. Wewe.
Kenyans will always be Kenyans. So someone took that clip with whatever that was happening in it, and here is a movie for you to watch.
Kuja kuzusha aro zona hizi. Wewe. Wewe babara, wewe. Huyu jamaa amesimama hapa kando. Wewe ndo unanipatiaga burger. Wakaanzana sasa. Ai, mchina mtazamaji alienda akachukua dotono. Wala la 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 la. Ndio huyu mchina sasa. Lakini makosa huyu ni Onyango Chungli sasa. A special trained retired commando. Chunga sana wewe mchina. Pato drop kick ndira. Ai.
Someone made a very nice movie there for you to watch, and Kenyans are always interesting, even in something where it's supposed to be called out. They will always make fun out of that. And there is another lady here I want to show you. So kuna Guinness Book of Records hadi ya watu wenye wanaeka kucha. This lady has kept her nails for, listen to this, 30 years. She's called Williams, and she cut her nails for the first time in 30 years. I don't know how she was surviving with that, but watch this clip.
Here we go. It's a big moment. Hey.
I don't know, a little mixed emotions about my babies going, and I'm not going to be able to see them anymore. I'm going to always be the queen that I am with or without my nails, because my nails don't make me, I make my nails.
Oh my gosh, you want to see it?
No.
Okay. There you go.
I see
Where
it.
should we put him?
That is that lady. Speaking of ladies, this other lady that I want you to see. This lady, apparently, the guy came to this lady. I think the photo of that lady will be coming up in a while. So this guy comes and tells the lady, we have broken up. I'm breaking up with you. But the lady decides, no, we are not breaking up with you yet, just yet. And do you know what she does? Zile slaps zilitoka France za Macron zilifikiwa jamaa very fast. So the guy receives slaps and the lady says, you are going nowhere. I don't know if that is the extent to which we have reached. And I don't know what you have to say about that. Mtu hataki kuachwa, hawachiki, so ameamua ni aje. Wewe utapigwa kofi na utulie hapo mahali huko. And yeah, that is that clip. I don't know if you have any sentiments to do with that. I'll be reading your comments in a while. And the story about Macron, that guy, prosecutors seek 18 months jail term for the man who slapped President Macron. The man will be jailed for 18 months. That's what the prosecutors want because of what he did to the president of France. And I want you to look at this clip and tell me if there is anyone familiar you are seeing in this clip. There is an animal in it, and I don't know if you can see anybody familiar in that clip that will be coming up just in a few. In a few, my producer will be bringing it up. Yeah, look at that clip and tell me if you can see it. So this guy decides to go to town with a hyena. He's having a walk with a hyena. Very many of you can relate with that. However, this other guy who has broken the internet. Ugali man, jamaa anakula ugali na anapata advert mara hiyo. Crazy things happen on the internet, and that's how people make money out of it. So this was the initial clip. Before that guy did that advertisement of betting. So let's watch the initial clip. What happened?
Push. Push.
unakula alafu unasema ati unangojea.
I guess that lady behind did not see that advert coming, but after that clip, the advert came through. So do those crazy things you do on TikTok and on Instagram. Something might just come your way. And just to remind you, we are having that discussion tonight with Ben. It's a very amazing discussion that you wouldn't want to miss. In a few minutes, Valerie Abramis is always tuned in. I can see you. Thanks, Val, for tuning into the show. Who else is tuned into the show? We are having, that's Huma. Thank you very much, Huma, for tuning in. And Lisa, Ben anakuja just in a few. And we are having two-wheeler diaries. A woman slapping you is embarrassment. When you slap her, you are a dead meat. Okay. Yeah, and another one there. How does she eat? How does she take a shower? I really don't know how that lady has survived with those nails for that long, like 30 years of them growing. Free movie. That's it. Two-wheeler diaries, always tuned in. Caroline Omolo, thanks Nicole for tuning into the show. Who else? JL Empire. Hello, watching from Nairobi. Guest Akwapi. Guest is coming up in a few. We are having that discussion in a few. J. Joan is always tuned in. And Paul Kisia waiting for Ben Smith. Ben Smith is just at the back, coming shortly. Best Staproof. Guest Anaka hardworking. By the way, your guest is hardworking, and you really want to listen to him. You don't want to miss that discussion in just a few. Benedict Siahi is tuned in. Thank you very much, all of you. And something else that I want to tell you about is what was happening the other day at State House. So there were illicit rifles that were captured, very many of them. And if you see how many those shotguns were there, it's a number that can cause a lot of harm. So they were banned, and you can guess what the president said, that those people who are manufacturing those illicit rifles should come out, wakuja wapewe kazi. So kama ni wewe ulikuwa unatengeneza hizo vitu fake, kuja, serikali iko na kazi yako hapa. Let's watch this clip of how they were banned at the State House.
What we are doing here today is further testament that the police reforms, the security sector reforms that you have been driving are actually working. Your Excellency, in 2019 we were together in Magadi when you destroyed over 8,000 firearms, and today again with the over 5,000 we have here, in 2 years alone we are destroying over 14,000 firearms that are in illegal hands.
Today, we put an additional fire of freedom, as we also, through the same fire, retire from circulation obsolete state-owned small arms and light weapons that are now redundant to our nation's defense and security, but also as we destroy homemade guns that have been used to threaten the lives of our people. By publicly destroying illicit weapons, Kenya once again openly demonstrates that we are determined and ready to face the challenges posed by small arms and light weapons.
And that's exactly what happened somewhere in Ngong, where those rifles were banned. Zote zilichoma, and that reminds me of some time back. Yeah, I'm that old. Ile time the late President Moi was banning billions of worth of horns za zilikuwa rhino horns ama zilikuwa tusks za elephants. So I can see many of you are continuing to get into the show. we are getting into that discussion that you have been waiting for. So there is a lot of inspiration coming up just in a few. Our guest is already here and she will be coming up just in a while. That's Ben. So we are talking about, we are going to talk about trusting the process. And Ben is one person who will just prove to you what trusting the process means. So Ben, good evening to you and welcome to the show. I kindly unmute your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Hi,
good evening and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Cedric. I'm so much humbled to be part of you today. I've heard a lot about alternative voice, and I wished one day I'll be joining you so that in one way or the other I can inspire somebody, like to move from where they are and to be the better like themselves, to be the better to be better of themselves, like about maximizing their potential. So thank you very much, Cedric.
Discussion, my producer will be playing this clip so that people can see exactly what you do. Yeah, that clip is coming up just in a few.
Hello, hi guys. Today I decided to skate to try and find a new route of skating training, since we have got the route from Eldoret to Soi. So today I've decided to check on the route from Eldoret to Moiben. Now
Turn. Nice one. Turn. Stack your brake. Fidel. Odrin, nice one.
Can see you there doing an amazing job. So I would actually, before we start getting into that discussion of the work you do and you're doing, we have seen those kids skating there. That's a great work that you're doing there. So we just want to start from the beginning. You told me a story of your past, and just if you can go through that again, just for the sake of our audience, growing up, so that this can inspire someone. There are so many youths out here who are going through a lot. They have gone through a lot in the past, and most of the time, people tend to really hang on their worries and their suffering, other than trying to come out of them. So they will always say that I'm going through a hard life. I have gone through a hard life, and your testimony might prove to them that you just don't give the excuse. You must come out of it and do something. So kindly give us a story of your growing up as a kid.
Okay. My names are Benjamin Ouma. I was born in Eldoret, here in Uasin Gishu County. My mom is a Kalenjin and my dad is a Luo. So now I know you've already known the answer to why I'm like athlete because of my mom. She used to be a runner back in the days. That is why. Then my dad was a Luo. I'm so grateful that they made the two together to make somebody like me that I am today. So my life has really been a challenging life since when I was born. I was born in 1997, 9th June, and I was so grateful to have my parents who are like Christian based like parents that I was grown in a Christianity way. So but like the problem came since when I was young, I had a lot of issues concerning with my education, school fees, because my dad, uh, my dad and my mom, they are both working as these selling clothes on the streets, even up to now. So even as to now, when I'm speaking, my mom is still there. So this is how I've been brought, and it has been a challenging to me because of school fees. In my home, we are four siblings, and I'm the second born after my firstborn, who, by the way, is the one who introduced me to skating. He's the one who taught me how to skate. So when I was growing up, when I came up to class 8, nothing was bad because on primary you don't need to pay a lot. But joining Form 1, that is where the problem started. When these issues of the government don't want people to sell on the street, so I had to really struggle while uh, while schooling. So when I joined Form 1, I joined Form 1 in my high school, Kaplamai. Uh, this is my boys, Kaplamai. That time it was still mixed. And I schooled. Then this challenging thing of school fees made me to drop out of school and stay at home for some time, for a long time, like 6 months. Again, I went to another school and started again, continued to Form 2, but again, like always when the school fees piled and piled and piled, that is when I was expelled and be told that I'm not supposed to be in that school. So that is how I moved from schools to school. I can testify that on my 4 year period of high school, I've gone to different schools. Even it has really been a challenging to me. So when I finished my Form 4, that is when I joined this Eldoret Polytechnic, and I was pursuing electrical engineering. And I've just make the story short, because even even the family members are watching, so it is understandable. So
Yeah.
when now I finished Form 4, me, my sporting thing inside me, it started when I was young, when I was still in primary. I was running in primary. I was running still in high school, but the issue of food made me to just mute kidogo. Then when I finished Form 4, I was just because of the love of sport, I was just doing anything that I wanted to do. Uh, um, in fact, that picture which you are showing there, it is my brother who started, introduced me to skating. He was famously known in Eldoret up to now because he was strong in skating. But because of his career, now he's doing plumbing. That is why he just left this skating. So my
Yeah,
skating started
and
in
uh,
20.
and Ben, if I may just cut you short, you had told me about joining college previously, and you said that you had started, you had studied electrical engineering. How far are you? How far are you going with that aspect of your profession?
Okay. So I started my course as an electrical engineer, but the problem, now I didn't have a problem with my parents paid full school fees for that course, but because of the love of skating that I had, and it was because of the woman whom I met, who is now my wife. You see, so she's the one that inspired me, and made me even to change my course and decided to do this online course of coaching in skating, because since when I started Polytechnic, that is when I knew him. Because when I was training around Elgon part, I once met her, and she had come to Kenya to work as an NGO, and she was she saw me first. She saw not even me, some of my friends training. That is when she went back to her country, which is in Slovakia. She decided to come with skates, and she started training. That is now how we met. Then when we were friends, and she started looking into my life, and she was she was just great, because I remember when we were friends, she used to come sometimes when I was going at home. She accompanied me, and yet she's still a friend, to just know my home place and know about me. You see, um, it was, I don't know, I can say in which concept, but she's the one who inspired me to do online coaching in skating, because honestly speaking, for me, even I wanted to do civil engineering, not electrical, but my dad made me to do that electrical engineering. But I was asking myself, so now I'm doing electrical. What will be the outcome? You know, parents most of the time they see they see the outcome. They see that electrical, it has got a lot of money when you finish the course. I don't know it has got what, but you don't love it inside yourself. You won't give all that you can give to the society. You see, but when I look at this online course of skating coaching, even it has made me to now start this club, and now it is growing big. Now we've got 30 to 40 kids, and we have got some 15.
And I was just about to ask you about that. So, what actually prompted you into coming up with these clubs to train the kids, and how are you going about that? How many people are there, and if anyone else might be interested to join them, how can they go about that?
So in Eldoret, we are based in Ndupawa there at Ndupawa's footpath. You know, now this is the challenging part of skating. Skating, we need something like a ring, something like a circuit, you see. And the problem is that, skating in Kenya is not mostly known, but it is a kind of sport which is growing, you see. So when we started, we just decided to use the footpath which Mandago did for us, and I'm really thankful for our governor in Eldoret. He has really done his best in construction of roads to ease movement and help those sporty guys to do what they love. So we decided I decided to just train kids on that footpath, and it is called Eldoret New Horizon Skating Club. The main branch is in Nairobi, so this is just a branch. So so if you feel that you wish your kid to be trained, come. I offer the best training, because I do research a lot. I do even though I'm not done with my course, but it is we offer the best training.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. And before we go into a lot of those questions that I have, we shall first listen to what the audience is saying, and also later on we shall kindly request you if we can meet your wife. You have talked so much about her through the entire discussion, so later on we might request if we can see her. So let's first read what the audience is saying. We can have her later on. Let's first see what the guests are saying about this. And we have Helen Marura is tuned into the show. We have JL Empire is saying, how do you balance family and athletics How do you balance family and athletics?
So this question is really a good question. So for me, so should I say like my routine, like my daily routine when I wake up, it is connected to that question, how I balance family with my athletics. So this is really challenging on my side, but because of the love that I have for my wife, that is why I don't complain. Like, I just need to work hard. So on this part of balancing family and athletics, for me, I've got a routine of I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning 5. Then I go for like jogging. Sometimes I have to go 2 routines. Sometimes I go for jogging. Sometimes I read. I study. Why? Because okay. Let me list down first the routine. So I wake up. I jog. After jogging 10 to 3 to 10 kilometers, it depends with what I'm going to do after how I'm planning for the day. You see, so after jogging, I come and take my breakfast. Then I head away. I go to train myself now to do the skating workout, which involves like just going around something like circuit. But sometimes I do circuit for endurance, and sometimes just for to improve on my technique. Then when I'm done with that, I go straight away to the gym. That is around 11 now. Now I train from 11 up to lunchtime. Then after that, after lunchtime, now I go and take my lunch. Then I go straight away to the swimming pool. Even people knows me on about cycling, skating, running, but they don't know about swimming. I introduced myself again to swimming because I'm training again for triathlon. So that is why. So even on the part of swimming, it is really helping me a lot, because after that hard training, when I relax in water, that is when my muscle relax and I'm ready for the evening session of training. Then now after swimming a little, like 30 minutes only, now I come home. Then now the family part comes in, because when I married I married my wife, I didn't pay any bribe, and according to their country, it is like there is no paying of bride price to a woman. Why? Because according to them, your rights are equal to the woman's rights. So it means whatever she's doing at home, we need to assist each other, right? So because of that, now during in the morning, she's staying with the baby. Now in the afternoon, I'm the one that I'm supposed to stay with the baby. So this was now the challenging part. Sometimes I'm very much tired, and it forces me to sleep. So what will I do? I will try to make the baby asleep. How? We have got this. We have got a stroller. So we use stroller, and outside our home, when we just walk with her only one lap, she's asleep already. And the good thing about our baby, she's a silent baby. A lot of guys knows her very well. Like, even now she's with me, but she's not crying. She's playing all time. So after I make her sleep, that is when I do the evening training. But still with the baby on the stroller. I wish I could have shared that picture. So like I go with the baby on the place of training, and since there are other skaters, most of them, like some of them, they assist me. They stay with the baby when the baby is awake. Some of them stays with her even when I'm going to swimming. Imagine, sometimes I go to swimming, like today I went to swimming with the baby, but there is always somebody to, because everybody here in Eldoret, they love our kids so much. So there is always somebody to assist on that. And when the time I'm working on I'm staying with the baby, that is when my wife decides to go and do his job, because he's a project coordinator. So she goes either in the office or home office or gym. So even sometimes in the morning we go to gym together, because even she's on a monthly program of gym, because again she not only motivates me to do what I'm doing, but also she tries to encourage me that we can do it together, you see. Yeah, that is why even the time when she was 6 months pregnant, I had a lot of issues with my family on my side, that she's not supposed to sleep. She's not supposed to skate because she's pregnant, but she's really a strong woman that I have. So that is about my routine. Like one of my routine. Another one is about the second routine is about waking up and like the first.
Just a reference to that photo that is on the screen. You say that that was during a baby shower.
Yes.
Yeah, and she went skating at that time.
Yes, and we did skating around the town.
That's so interesting. And Ben, just to move forward, you mentioned about 3 to 5, almost 5 things that you're doing. How do you manage swimming, riding, skating, and all those? Like, do you participate in like competition for all of them, and how do you manage that?
Yes, I do. Like for example, like recently I went for running competition and I did 5 kilometers, and a lot of people knew how I performed. Like I was number 3 on this 5 kilometers run. Coming to cycling again, there was a time I went to this time trial competition in Nairobi, and I was position 4. So like the way I'm mixing, and you know even on that routine I've not mentioned this cycling, but like I try to fix it within a week. I do it twice, and again on the part of running, like the distance from my home place to the gym is somehow 14 kilometers. So sometimes I run to the gym and do the workout. Sometimes I cycle. But now when I'm cycling, it is really serious. I'm like working on my time, so I'm going very fast. So it is like a workout, you see. And that is how I do it. I participate on all these competition concerning cycling, skating, and running.
Sure thing. And there is a photo here in which we see you with the wife to the Deputy President, Honorable Rachel Ruto. What exactly was happening during this day?
Okay, so when I was in Nairobi, when this corona started, we moved to Nairobi because of my wife. She felt she's not safe here, so we decided to move on to Nairobi. That is when I started cycling in Nairobi on March. And as you when I started with a small group called Spin Kings Kenya, which currently I'm still in the group. That is the group which made me to be a good cyclist, because I joined them 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks they were going to like Mombasa for a ride, riding from Nairobi to Mombasa. And when I joined them, they really accepted me nicely, and I like that is how I joined cycling. Now, concerning the wife of Ruto, it was like she had a birthday, and when she had a birthday, in the group of this cycling, I was the only skater, so most of the guys knew me as a skater, because even sometimes when we were going for a cycling workout, I was choosing to come with skates for me to be more stronger, because on skate it is more harder than cycling. So that is how the wife of Ruto came to know me, and during her birthday, she decided to invite me, and offered me that nice suit.
Yeah.
That specialized, which I have it even up to now.
Sure.
So
Sure.
Mhm.
Oh, so sorry for cutting you short. Time is this conversation is heated and time is running so fast. So, if you will kindly invite your wife, if you can talk to her, and as you do that, we will play this clip here as she comes, where you two are doing practice, and kindly invite her if she can talk to us as we watch this.
She was really trying her come.
Yeah, she
Hi, hi.
she's coming up and
This is which
Valentine.
Hi. Valentine skating.
This is how we are spending our Valentine. We decided to go to a lake to skate. Been a long time. Oh no, the skate is frozen. Skate, the lake. The lake is frozen. That is why we decided to come for skating. Even we have some people who are skating around here. Oh, that place is dangerous. We go. Madam, can you do the way you did in Kisumu?
Yes, but you should put one.
Okay.
Hi, Cedric. Good evening.
You have mute.
Thank you very much.
We have not got you.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for accepting to talk to us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
And so I visited on that online platform of Ben, and I've seen there are so many things that you two are doing together, skating, practicing. How do you find that, all taking part in all the activities that he does? How do you find that?
Cedric, we met through sport. Even me,
Yeah.
I love to do sport the same way like Ben, though Ben is much better than me in everything what he does. So, but I love sport and I love moving. Even the people who know me, they know that I don't like sitting and I don't like relaxing much. So for me, it is not really like big thing of joining Ben. I am very happy. Even we are like motivating each other to do sport. Even back in Slovakia, for example, when in Slovakia and Europe was very strong quarantine, like you couldn't go out. You were supposed to stay just in house. So that time we really motivated each other. Even I don't know, we don't have videos from there, but we were really trying our best doing exercise inside. So it is just the way how we are. And for me, I am really happy that Ben is also a sporty guy. So we are just matching on that point.
Sure. And one more thing that I would like to ask you about, Ben has talked a lot about discipline that involves that practice, that whole thing of discipline. Who is likely to forget the discipline part, like practicing, and has to be reminded by the other? Is it Ben or?
Like, okay, me from our relationship, I'm a planner. I can plan very nicely. Even I can place nice board, doing nice posters, like what we are supposed to do, what time. I can plan perfectly. But Ben is the one who is always making, like, once something is written down and it is placed on the wall, he is the person who is always following. And this is what I really admire about him, that once for him the sport is what he loves, and he dedicates all the time towards it, and he really works hard because he knows what he wants to achieve in his life. So his motivation is so much strong that he's going to sleep with the thought that he's already champion, and he's waking up with the thought that he's already champion, and he has to really work hard towards it. And I'm always reminding him that he has to be just strong and keep going. But his motivation is very strong, and I don't have much work to be pushing him towards exercise. He has to do exercise even when he is at home and he doesn't do exercise throughout the day. He has to go at least for skating for 10 minutes because he's saying like, I won't sleep if I don't do something this day. So
Yeah, sure.
it is me who is planning, but him who is really following.
Yeah, and about this picture here, this picture that you are just about to show you, where Ben says that you went skating during the baby shower. What prompted you to decide to take part in skating with him at that time?
Me also am a bit crazy at some point. And I believed, and I believe up to now, that God is protecting in everything what we do, as long as we are doing it out of our hearts. So for me, like, many like mothers, let's say, or pregnant ladies, like they were like very much scared of me that I was skating while I was 7 months of pregnant. I already had like big kitambi that time. But for me, I felt great, and I just felt that I missed skate, and I knew that it will be very nice memory for us and the remembrance once we will be watching those pictures. And also we want from our Anna to be also a skater, so we were introducing it in like belly stage. So for me, it was just like crazy idea. By the way, it was raining that day, like very hard, and we still skated. We were like really crazy people in town. So like nobody forced me. It was the very like it was emotional thing. It was like, let us just skate. So we took the skate and we went, and we really enjoyed.
Well, that's so much interesting to hear. And from the comments I'm getting, I'm prompted to ask this question: that what advice would you give to these ladies who they will ask for their broke boyfriends for money for fare, and want them to take them out to high-end hotels for dinner, for instance, and they think that that's actually what will prove to them that this boyfriend loves them and that they are valued. What advice would you give to them?
Before she gives out an advice, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, on this part of this about date, imagine even I've just remembered from what you have asked that the first time I met Susan, the very first time, I used to like when we were training with the part of my group that time. At lunchtime, we used to go to in Nairobi. They famously call it as kibandaski, but here in Eldoret we say like sakati, you see, and another like we say sakati. So that first time when she came and trained with us, I told her, today I'm going to take you to a good five-star hotel, and you will really enjoy it. So it was like a fun thing, and even some of the skaters who are watching, they can testify this. So when I took her, she like the skaters thought I will take her inside Ndupawa. That time, even Ndupawa, it was like a very big hotel for the skaters. So we were always going for this Sakati. So when I took her, really, even I was surprised that she decided to eat that. We used to take mandondo with this mandazi, and she really took it. And because I was used to paying for all the skaters, it was only like 30 shillings, so it is not a lot. After me training some kids and getting 300 a session, so I was like paying for 10 of them, and it is done. So I paid for her also. Then now from that time, still friends. Now when we started going to like the five-star hotel, now she was doing back to me. So she was paying for me, and that is how like our friendship grew. So she's not, and even up to now, like on the part of debt, we don't like yeah, for her, when I bring a piece of roasted mindy, she's very happy. You can read the smile all over her face, and she's like, she's really like telling you nice words that you feel just because of mindy. It made me even to buy a jiko to start roast like mindy for her. And again, imagine for her, she doesn't take chips. She's like. For most of the people thought that for us we are eating special. There's no special meal for us. We eat more, like even something which motivates me in my sport. It is about eating healthy, and one of the things that we are eating, it is this. Okay, here the ugali we are taking is this ugali of mohogo, this wimbi one, the one for Luo. I know Luo guys knows about it, and again, we are talking more about. We are taking more about these green vegetables, like in Nandi we call it chepkreta, and this managu, all those.
Yeah, so now let me respond fast because I see your time is really running.
Sure.
Yeah, Cedric, it is very individual. I'm not like, for me, love is not expressed through the money. Love for me is expressed through the actions. And the way how I see, so when we met with Ben, for me, the first time when he paid this 30 bob for me, it was a lot. It was the first time which, since I'm in Kenya, it will be already, I don't know, like 3 years. It was the first time when local guy, like even like he didn't have money, because I saw on him like he doesn't have a lot of money. Even I felt like I'm supposed to pay. And then he offered me and he paid for me this 30 bob, and that one for me was a lot. Even I was like, that time I didn't have money, otherwise I will pay for myself, because I don't, even if, for example, if you take me to the restaurant, I will pay my bill and I leave you to pay to your side. So I'm not such a person that I like rely on somebody to be paying whatever I take, let's say. So for me it is like the background which I'm coming, like I'm coming with from my, like, the family, which we always had the food. We didn't have problem with the money. We are not rich family, but we didn't have problem with the money. So for me, let me tell you also, like a couple of times I was like invited by big guys with the big cars when we were not with the band, but for me it was just like I refused them by the first time. I was like no, thank you, I am not interested, because these guys by money, they are like, okay, I buy her big dinner, now I can do with her whatever I want because I already bought for her something, and so for me, I don't depend on these things. Like for me, I was never on the money. Of course, it is good to have money, yes, but it should not be the priority in your life. Because when you love each other, all other things, these materialistic things will come, which, like, you will build those things together. But once you depend on materialistic things, you will never be happy because you will never have enough.
Yeah.
Once it will be enough for you to have 10,000 as a wife, then 10,000 will be kidogo. You will need more. But once you love your husband, even if you have kidogo one day, you believe that good days will come, and you try together, both of you, and you work towards your wealth or whatever you have in money.
That's a very inspiring story, and I don't even know if we will finish these comments that are coming up here. People are sending a lot of comments here. Kate Chelangat is saying, mentor for the blessed twins in sports. They are anxiously waiting for tuned in from Nairobi. That's Isaiah Amuhaya. Kate is saying, blessed twins for the sports mentor, Ben Skater. Kate Chelangat there. Justin Sagini is saying, this act of the president asking those illegal owners to come to order him to give the jobs just shows us this country is what up. So, and Clinton Clyde is saying, tuned in from Moi University, Keses. Thanks, Clinton. Kadami Yunis Azo, hello, I'm tuned from South India. Humbled to be here. Someone all the way from India. Along the power, Ben, I need to know how to skate. That's Paul Kinuthia. Someone else there, JK is saying, welcome Ben. Anafunza hiyo skating ama na at how much? Ben.
So for us, I do train skating at 300 per session, but when you come, we can negotiate the price on the part, and I will tell you what are the requirements. Like the requirements, like you need to have the helmet, the skate guards, and the skates itself. Though for now, I do have skates for training for the kids, and I'm yet to import the skates for the big guys, because even I'm going to start a session of training like parents, grown up people, because I've really inspired a lot. Together with the baby, we don't use car. We always skate or cycle or even yesterday I had a gift from her, his bike seat. So I'll be like alternating between skating and cycling with my daughter. So even I think I shared the video. So it is okay. So if you want to educating, just come to the power and along the power there.
Yeah, sure. JL Empire, si huyu jamaa anajituma na mcheki pale FB, we alafu ako na familia ya kuskate. So like ni group ama shule yake ya kuskate na iko wapi? You have answered that question. And Jason Sagini nani ya wazungu ama kuna mtu anauliza kama hiyo shule ya kuskate ni ya wazungu ama
skating group ni ya watu wote. There is no discrimination.
Yeah, Jason Sagini, is he doing skating professional, and where would he like to see the game in Kenya, since it's not so well recognized sport by the government? Let me hear his take. Actually, I would have also asked that question. You mean nikiona watu wa kuskate, I just think these people are doing it for fun.
So one of the things that motivates me in skating, and I'm going and once in a time you will come to remember my words. For me, I'm doing skating as it is my professional. This is my number one sport. Why? Because I do love skating a lot. And the second thing, I want to be recognized in the whole world as the fastest like in the world in terms of Kipchoge, like the way Kipchoge has really done on the part of athletic, on the part of running. So most of the people, even people on my club, the parents, even the seniors know my dream. I'm working on breaking the world record in speed skating. That is why I do skating a lot. So skating is my number one profession, and these other ones are like, I was just trying to do them for fun, but I see it is becoming serious. But for me, anything to do with athletics, I love. To do with sports, I love. And
yeah, sure. Thank you. Another question. We have so many questions, so kindly answer them just briefly. Martin Wangila is saying, I'm glad to hear the story of my coach. Indeed, you are doing great work. Gabriel Barasa is tuned in from Moi University. Thanks for tuning in, bro, Gabi. Best staff of higher. So this guy is just a normal guy. Niliona ni mtu kama cool kid hivi, just skating huwa ya cool kid. By that, he has a very beautiful family. Can we see the daughter hapo nyuma? Oh yeah, we have seen her. He's saying you have a very amazing family there. Alex Onsase, introduce her Omera, kwani ni kesho. Amemuintroduce. Shaq Charles, being a father at your age is a true blessing. That's Zach saying that. Shaq. JL Empire, how do you balance family? You had answered that, family and athletics. Vincent Bisinde is tuned in from JKIA. Thanks, Uncle. Martin Wangila is saying, indeed, he offers the best training. Martin has confirmed that. Don Apple Jaka, so much inspiring, loving it.
Thank you, brother.
Ikobe Centrin, tuned in from Kitale.
Thank you so much.
Who else? Sam Braxal, Chief Sam is saying he's inspired. And Dari Nixon, I feel proud watching my former student, Ben, keep it up.
Thank you, he was my teacher. Thank you, Dari.
Yeah. Sherry Onyango is saying, Ben, you have inspired my grandchildren to skate.
She's my grand, I call her my grandmother in my skating club, because she's the only one who, when we are doing skating activity in the morning, when we start with warm up and stretching things, she's the only one who always joined us when I'm doing this. And imagine she approached me and told me, I really need to work on sport. I need to, how can you advise me? And I advised him, I sent him the links, the YouTube videos, the way she can help herself in the part of making herself fit. And I really told her, if you're planning, if your wish is to see yourself in 100 years, I can add you another 20 years. So just come and train with me. And she really came. And always we are together. Even you see she's smiling on the photo there. She's always, she's really a good grandmother for me. Thank you so much, grandmother.
Bwize Bobo anasema inanitia moyo sana. And Paul Kisia is saying, I need to join this group of skating. Ben, what are the requirements?
Okay, the requirements currently for joining the club is completely free. But we do for for the seniors, they pay like 300 every month. That one is only for like buying for the training equipment, for like taking them for competition. So that is what we do. Currently, you just pay, but all the like you need to have your helmet, guards, and skates. But helmet is mandatory, and obviously you can't roll without skates. So that is the only requirement to join the club.
Cliffman Pisa tuned in from Eldoret. My guy Ben Skater, seeing bro, love the show.
Thank you, engineer.
Thierry Onyango, good podcast results in great game.
Always.
Stapro, show us the cute baby. We have seen the cute baby. You can bring the cute baby back. This is amazing. Marry the person who loves you and you will make it so well. That's Alex Onsase. Titus Ouma, tuned from Kakamega, Mumias. Tito, thank you. JL Empire, wasichana wa Kenya ni wakora, hawawezi kuinspire. Wanaku wow, that's JL Empire with these sentiments there. Evans Omondi is tuned in from Kanairo. Don Aputaka, Bwize Bobo, inafaa ujifunze kuskate. Join Ben. Bwize Bobo says he will do that. Joseph Oduor, ask my talented friend if cycling can interfere with someone's powerhouse. I really hope you are understanding what he's saying. I.e. complications around your genitals. I think you've gotten the point. Does it?
I've got it. Honestly, eating ugali with omena, how can it interfere my my no, it can't. So like even they always say that men who gym are not like good, but she can do it, right? So like according to me,
it's not true.
so like it has so far it has not affected me, so I don't believe in that. For me, training.
Yeah,
you know, you are what you believe. So once you believe that it is affecting you, it will
affect you.
It will affect you. If you believe that it won't, you are safe.
Yeah, I love your determination, Ben. That is Kagigo Molida. That's a friend watching all the way from Tanzania. JL Empire, wow, Mzungu, you speak so well. She's so supportive and she's winning hearts. Alex, wow. I love what I hear. This couple are so lit. JK, wow, awesome, supportive wife. That's JK Evans Omont. This is incredible for the couple. Thank you very much for all your comments. So many of you. Caroline Omolo, such an amazing story. You have Winnie Kaswiti. I saw your videos kwa WhatsApp status za Sedo. Big up Ben, you're doing great. I shared some of your videos on my status and she's so inspired. That's Winnie Kaswiti.
Thank you.
And Kagigo, you are missed there by Winnie Kaswiti. That Star Prof show is good, Leo. Loving to hear from Ben and family. Charles Musembi Kimadi, unaanza wapi hii story? Huwa naogopa, yeye anasema anaogopa kudunda.
So you buy guards, you want like this sport, it is a must that you will fall. But there is no sport which is not risky. According to me, all the sports are risky. So
yeah.
if you just love the sport and you have passion towards it, you will find every way the way you can train without any complaints. So it is okay.
Yeah, sure. Leo Winnie amemanage kufika. Winnie, thank you very much for today watching the show. You've done so well to come and watch. Ndani, though late, better late. Congratulations, Alternative Voice. Thank you very much. Joseph Duor, alafu tuambiwe wife material kama Susan wanapatikani wapi Kenya, na kwa sasa wamebaki wangapi? Ben.
Yes.
Wanasema tupatie hesabu, wanapatikana wapi na saa hii wamebaki wangapi?
Honestly speaking, was in like the time I was in Europe, I noticed that even in Europe, finding somebody like Susan is not easy. Not everybody loves you the way Susan loved me. So for me, you know, when I go to Europe and I do something in Europe, all the Europe will think I'm like all the Kenyans are like me. Same applies to Susan. When she was here, I thought every girl they are like her. But going there, that is when I realized things are different.
Yeah.
You see? So to find a good woman in this life is so much. It is really a lucky thing. Thank you.
Kagigo Molida kutoka Tanzania anasema kumbe hii msemo ya behind every successful man there is a woman, kumbe inawezekana.
Yeah,
thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Actually, this is the longest we have ever done this show. The longest. We have never gone this far, and it's because it has been so engaging. Na bado kuna comments hapa. Upande wa mahusiano pia wewe ni role model, representing us internationally. Umenimotivate nami pia nivuke border na vuka continent. Yeye amesema pia ameamua hapo. Bwize Bobo ameamua pia yeye kuvuka. So this is the longest show we have ever had. There are so many comments. It has been so much involving. Mwingine anasema wife kama wabona hawako Kenya kwa saa hii, waangalie Uganda. Thank you very much Ben for coming to the show. Bado kuna hey today it has been just a lot. Toto Lakiti, better late than never. Oops. Sijapita sana. Thank you very much for always tuning in. And yeah, show is good. Leo, loving to hear from Den and family. We have read that. It has been a pleasure to have you, and for also allowing us to have your family on the show. That was so much great, Ben.
Thank you so much. For us, even in Eldoret, we've never feared about I don't know something to do with for example, when our baby was young, when she was born, most of the friends, they were telling me, you're not supposed to expose your child, she's too young for that. I don't know that Jesus Christ was not exposed when she was young. There were a lot of challenges on that. So, but it was about Susan. Susan was like, we need to be grateful. The baby is ours. We need to be grateful that we have baby. Many girls now are getting a baby is becoming like a catastrophe or what. So you see, even Susan can tell you about how a lady to find a baby. For us, we are always we are open. So
you know, Cedric, let me come fast. It is like I used to say, that do good and good will be done to you. So once we try to live and help wherever we can, we believe that our family is protected and nothing can bad happens to us. Like God is with us, and we believe in that. So we are not afraid.
Yes, sure. And I think we shall finish on that holy note with our holy message here from the holy book. From one Meshach Washuri is saying, Ben, you found a good thing. Whoever finds a good wife finds a good thing, as by the holy book. Amen. Thank you very much, Ben, Susan, and the whole family for accepting to talk to us tonight. You have inspired so many people tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And before we finish, I just wanted to advise those people who are doing athletics. For me, doing doing athletic, it is easy when it depends on what you are eating. You see, diet really matters. Diet and the way you hydrate yourself. So if you are really doing sport, ensure that you look up on what you are eating. You must really put aside the junky things, like the junky food. So for you to perform nicely in athletic, you must eat nicely. And even healthy eating, it is what makes people to be happy in their lives. That is why I'm happy with my family. And even it helps me to be able to balance on studies and sport and together with family. So
yeah,
really healthy really matters. Even again, listening on your free time, what you do really matters with what you want to be in future. You see, so for me, most of the time when I'm free, I'm researching or listening to podcasts like the one for Jay Shetty. You see, I've got several books of inspiring Miles Monroe. Even I have it here. This one you can check it out. So the way you use your time